Namaskar, ladies and gentlemen, and wishing you all a very pleasant evening with great delight and pleasure. This is your host, Vimi Chaudhary, welcoming all of you on behalf of Mr. Vinod Simon, the Chairman, RSDC, and on behalf of the Governing Council of RSDC, welcoming all of you, our very esteemed and distinguished guests, our special invitees, the senior officials and representatives of the central and the state ministries, industry members, officials from NSDC, training partners, assessment agencies, students, and then various stakeholders across this huge value chain of the rubber sector. And our special thanks to our distinguished guests of honor, Mr. Anshuman Singhania, the Deputy Managing Director, JK Tyre and Industries. And as you all know, this is a $1.3 billion global tire major with internationally acclaimed brands like JK Tyre, Vikrant, and JK Tornet. And also a hearty welcome to Mr. V.T. Chandrasekharanji, the President of IRIA, All India Rubber Industries Association, and he's also the Managing Director of Emerald Resilient Tire Manufacturers Private Limited, which is one of the leading manufacturers of industrial tires from India. So welcoming all the participants, welcoming all the webisons on board, welcoming all of you in this special evening as RSDC, the Rubber Skill Development Council, presents its annual award. But this time, ladies and gentlemen, they're slightly different. We are in this new avatar as we all join on this digital platform, conforming to the new normal amid the pandemic. But yes, in spite of all these disruptions, in spite of these challenges, our appreciation, our recognition to the best of the best and to the most deserving continues with these awards. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin this special ceremony, the presentation of awards as per our Indian traditions and customs and in our strongest beliefs by invoking the blessings of the Supreme Power, with an invocation in the beautiful and melodious voice of Sindhuja ji. So I would like to invite Sindhuja ji to now take center stage and help us seek the blessings of the Supreme Power.
बम्मा बम्मा तातैय तैयत कुदिनाक नकर दिन भजन करे बम्मा बम्मा तातैय तैयत कुदिनाक नकर दिन भजन करे उदनित नगर दिमे दिताम दितम तोम तै तै गणपति नाम सता उदनित नगर दिमे दिताम दितम तोम तै तै गणपति नाम सता वेणुवासरे अमृत कुंडल की तारिकृतक तावाल कजा वेणुवासरे अमृत कुंडल की तारिकृतक तावाल कजा नवाब सारंगी सितारू किनरे अमरु बासु वही मुख सिंगा नवाब सारंगी सितारू किनरे अमरु बासु वही मुख सिंगा दिम्मिक्कडदक दिक्कुत्ताना दिम्मिक्किट्ट ताकृद तालता ओडुतान दिम्मिक्कडदक दिक्कुत्ताना दिम्मिक्किट्ट ताकृद तालता ओडुतान उदनित नकृदिमे दिताम दितम तोम तै तै गणपति नाम सता तोम तै तै गणपति नाम सता तोम तै तै गणपति नाम सता.
Thank you so very much, Sindhuja ji, for this very beautiful, very soulful commencement of these. And ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned to you, that RSDC, with its vision and mission, has been engaged in skilling, in accreditation, in training, creating the right kind of capacity building for the rubber industry. And leading it from the front is its chairman, Mr. Vinod Simon. So at the very onset, I would like to request Chairman Mr. Vinod Simon for his words of welcome. Requesting you, sir, for your welcome remarks.
Good evening, friends. Greetings to you from the Rubber Skill Development Council. What a year this has been. What an unprecedented 2020. Little did we realize a few months back that we would be getting into a new normal with regards to our work or at home. The world went through some very trying times, a pandemic which virtually shut the entire world. Yes, we still found ways to meet online, schools shifted to online mode, so did conferences and webinars. And here we are with the annual award ceremony on an online platform. The fifth edition of the annual awards of the Rubber Scale Development Council. The earlier 4 editions were held in New Delhi and we had opportunities to meet you in person. But this time, I'm glad that many of you across India are able to take part thanks to the online mode. I'm sure we're going to get out of this pandemic very soon. We see some light at the end of the tunnel. Vaccinations are around the corner. In fact, UK has just started vaccinations and I'm sure it's going to come in India as well. I just hope and pray that these vaccines work and we could very soon put COVID-19 right behind us. We are getting extremely wonderful support from the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, from NSDC, NSDA and the different state governments. But our actual foot soldiers are the ones who are on the ground implementing our different ideas and strategies, namely our training partners, our assessment agencies, the trainers, assessors, trainees, the different departments of the state governments, various schools, colleges and universities. To appreciate the wonderful work that they are doing is why RSDC instituted this award ceremony. Yes, we do recognize the best 2 or 3 in each category, but for me personally, every one of you in this skilling ecosystem in rubber is a winner for us. You have contributed immensely in our journey in creating this ecosystem, and best wishes to all of you. My congratulations to the winners of the different awards, but congratulations to everyone in the ecosystem who have played a part in RSDC's journey. It is 8 years since we started. We started in the year 2012 and the journey has had a lot of mixed emotions. We have trained over 250,000 trainees across India. Yes, apart from creating qualification packs and the national occupational standards, we have done skill gap across India. We are currently creating e-learning stimulated content and different modules for training. But our feather in the cap has been Project Samarth. 40 mobile skill vans, the first of its kind in India, running across the length and breadth of our country, right into the interior rural villages, training tire fitters, and most importantly, converting them to entrepreneurs. Many of the children who have gone on to be upskilled in tire fitting have gone on to start their own venture. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome this evening two guests, Mr. Anshuman Singhania and Mr. V.T. Chandrasekhar. Mr. Singhania is the Vice Chairman of the Automotive Tire Manufacturers Association and the Managing Director of JK Tires. Mr. V.T. Chandrasekhar is the President of the All India Rubber Industries Association and Director of Emerald Tires. And both these gentlemen do not need any introduction amongst us. They are the pride of the Indian rubber sector, running two very successful businesses. I'd also like to take this opportunity to welcome everyone from the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, from NSDC and NSDA, from the different state governments, from schools, colleges and universities, from all our stakeholders like the training partners, assessment agencies, all our trainers, assessors and trainees. I cannot but appreciate the wonderful work done by my governing board. It's a dream governing board that any chairman can have. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you to today's annual award ceremony. And of course, to Team RSDC, led by Ms. Shivani Nagpal, our CEO. Outstanding work they're doing, especially if you see over the last 8 months through the pandemic and through the lockdown. They've done outstanding work in the skilling ecosystem. I just hope and pray that COVID-19 will be past us. And I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you all a blessed New Year 2021. Stay safe and healthy. Take care and God bless. Have a wonderful evening once again. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you for sharing the vision and the mission of the council. So we would now like to bring you greater insights into the migrant worker skilling program through a short film. The training, ladies and gentlemen, being conducted for the migrant laborers in the Northeast and the other states of the country to provide the job opportunity and self-employment for the laborers as they moved back to their hometown and eventually lost their jobs during the lockdown. Let's have a viewing of this film.
The whole world got to a standstill in the first half of 2020s due to coronavirus. The government of India announced Janta Curfew and subsequently lockdown from the 22nd of March 2020 in a bid to prevent the spread of corona pandemic. Due to the lockdown, migrant laborers in India had to face multiple hardships. Laborers returned to their villages in large numbers as they started losing their jobs and income. One such story is about a laborer, Ken Sutradhar, and his family, who had to leave his job due to the pandemic and had to return to his village Jogipara, Bongaon village, Assam.
Boarding hall, I was working out for many days. I came back in lockdown. I got stuck in middle while returning back. I have reached with great difficulties. I was so upset that I cannot explain in words. After coming back, I got tired of looking for work. But I could not find any job for me.
Like Ken Sutradhar, the problem of unemployment was faced by other migrant laborers also, who returned to their villages from the cities across the country. In such a situation, the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, MSDE, started short-term training and recognition of prior learning RPL program for about 3 lakh migrant laborers under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, which in turn made workers like Ken Sutradhar more employable. The responsibility of skilling these laborers in the rubber sector has been given to the Rubber Skill Development Council.
Due to this COVID time, most of the laborers have come back to their home, and after this lockdown, it is very difficult for them to get job opportunities. So basically, RSDC is trying to create opportunities for this return people so that they can get an livelihood coming back to their own home state.
Rubber Skill Development Council, RSDC, formed under the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, MSDE, is working to empower people with skills associated with the rubber sector across the country. Post-COVID lockdown, that is the 21st of September 2020, RSDC started skill training for thousands of laborers like Ken Sutradhar who have returned to their villages from various parts of the country. This skill training is going on in the northeast regions, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Maharashtra, Telangana, Tamil Nadu and Gujarat. In these areas, more than 8,000 migrant laborers have been given skill training in their villages. Talking about the Northeast, more than 5,000 people have been skill trained. This training is being conducted in Assam, Tripura and Manipur.
I think this is one of the best, or not one of the best, possibly the best skill development initiatives in our country which has happened over the last 70 years.
This is the Bongaon area of Assam, where these migrant laborers are being trained in the skills of latex harvest technician and processing technician, rubber sheeting, so that these workers can be provided employment in the rubber sector.
It's a PNKY scheme under which the RPL is one of the representative schemes. It's a 2-day training program with an assessment day. The candidates get 500 rupees as benefit. Along with that, after the assessment, when these candidates are successful, they are nominated for certificates. After this certification, they are eligible for accidental insurance, which covers for 3 years.
During training, precautions such as wearing a mask and maintaining a distance of 2 meters are thoroughly followed.
फिर यहाँ के हम लोग बहुत कुछ सीखा, फिर अपने कुछ कर सकेंगे, मतलब सब कुछ सीखा हमने। जो लोबर का खेत है हम खुद भी कर सकेंगे अभी, नहीं तो जब तक अपना वो लोबर खेत बड़ा होने से मतलब टाइम लगेगा, तब तक हम किसी और का बगीचे में काम कर सकेंगे।
Along with the training to make workers employable, RSDC is trying to skill even those workers who wish to start their own venture. In such a scenario, the job role of tire fitter is such which is required in almost every corner of the country. RSDC has taken the unique initiative of providing mobile skill training to skilled people associated with tire services.
ट्रेनिंग से जो सीखा था वो टायर का रिपेयरिंग, टायर जो खुलता है और हवा निकलता है वो टायर लगाता है, ऐसे काम कर रहा था। तो मालिक ने जो दिया उसी से मेरा घर चलता है। अभी मेरा मन है कि हम नया निजा हम घर का नया एक स्टोर खोलना चाहता हूँ।
Under this initiative, mobile training centers go to the tire fitters and provide skill training to the candidates at their workplace itself. After assessing the candidates, they are also given a skill certificate.
घर में वापस आने के बाद हमारा नज़दीकी सरकार चौक में एक स्किल डेवलपमेंट का सेंटर, वहाँ आरपीएल का ट्रेनिंग में लिया था। सर्टिफिकेट मिलने के बाद वो हमारा वहाँ मंगलदई टाउन का एक मालिक ने मुझे बुलाया था, हमारा पास आ जाओ यहाँ काम कर लो। तो वहाँ काम करने के बाद थोड़ा पैसा मिलता है, वो पैसा से हम घर मैनेज करते हैं।
The COVID-19 pandemic has not only adversely affected India but also the entire world. In such a situation, the RPL program under Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana (PMKVY) of Rubber Skill Development Council are helping people to resume their employment.
कौशल भारत, कुशल भारत।
Very heartwarming scenes, but I'm sure that the skilling which we have been able to extend to them during this lockdown period with greater vigor and yes, more charged up, they're going to be back on their work. Moving ahead, we now seek the views and perspective of one of the captains of the industry, a tech-savvy man who's always had a key role in implementing the latest technologies in the manufacturing process. And we are so very happy that today he has joined us as our distinguished guest of honor. Ladies and gentlemen, the personality in expression is Mr. Anshuman Singhania, the Deputy Managing Director of JK Tyre and Industries Limited. Mr. Anshuman Singhania has spent an impressive decade in the industry, holding several important and diverse positions and heading some of the most strategic positions in marketing and production. And apart from heading operations in India, he's closely working on implementing key reforms in JK Tyre, making it truly a global company. So with that, I would like to very humbly request Mr. Singhania for his address now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I thank the RSDC team to have given me this opportunity to address you all through this virtual mode. I personally consider the activity being conducted by RSDC of immense importance given the dynamics of high degree of competitive situation in our industry. RSDC awards come to occupy a grand status on the calendar of rubber and tire industry. I'm happy to note that the pandemic has not deterred the spirit and the ceremony has been organized in time this year as well. Trainers, assessors and other involved in the skill development who have been doing a commendable job needs to be recognized. The biggest applause is deserved by the RSDC committee led by Mr. Vinod Simon, not allowing any disruption in the training calendar. A large number of people have been equipped with skills which will be in good demand as the economy is gradually but certainly opening up. Additionally, renewed efforts have been made for training in plantation in the Northeast. The Northeast of the country holds great potential for increasing output of natural rubber through skill development and training in rubber tapping and processing. Tire industry is all for natural rubber plantation in the country and will support every move that makes domestic rubber competitive. Let me again congratulate RSDC and all the winners of the awards and even those who participated in their own way, thus contributing to Skill India mission. I heartily extend my greetings and good wishes to all of you for the new year which is round the corner. I sincerely wish that 2021 has new beginnings, hopes and achievements for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Singhania. Thank you so very much. It's always a listener's delight listening to your thoughts and your vision. Thank you so very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you a short film on the corporate social responsibility of RSDC. Now, this is on a project of RSDC in association with the Bridgestone India to provide training to the roadside tire fitters with modern techniques and facilitate them with the certificate post-evaluation. So let's have a view-in of this film.
Lockdown due to corona pandemic derailed the life of common man in India. Sachin, a tire fitter, and his family at Kanpur were badly affected.
लॉकडाउन ने तो सभी को मार डाला है, पर गरीब आदमी को बहुत ज़्यादा तरीके से मार डाला। लॉकडाउन की वजह से कोई काम धंधा इसका चलता नहीं है और जिस वजह से ये नर्वस होकर घर में आता है।
The 3 months lockdown brought a change in Sachin's life after he attended a 2-day skill workshop, Tire Care Wala. Sachin learned working with modern tools with social distancing and wearing a mask. He got certified too. Nowadays, Sachin's way of working is faster and more efficient, and he's very happy to be a skilled tire wala.
मुझे ट्रेनिंग मिली है और मॉडर्न टूल किट के जरिए जो डिफिकल्ट रिपेयर कार होते हैं, वर्क होते हैं, उस किट के जरिए मैं वो अच्छे से कर पा रहा हूँ और मेरी इनकम बढ़ रही है, जिससे मेरा परिवार भी खुशहाल है। अब मुझे अपने भविष्य की कोई चिंता नहीं।
Tire fitter's job role is an important one. A tire fitter not only repairs a tire, but also ensures road safety. Unfortunately, there was no structured training available to the unorganized sector of tire fitters so far. Based on the skill gap study conducted by Rubber Skill Development Council (RSDC), it was found out that majority of the tire-related problems on highways like overinflation, underinflation, cracking, bulging, misalignment, cuts, punctures, damages to tire are addressed by independent tire mechanics or tire fitters as they are called. They get the job done to their ability but lack proper skills and modern techniques to ensure job efficiency and road safety.
मैं प्रदीप कुमार श्रीवास्तव, मेरी नौबस्ता बाईपास पे 15 साल से शॉप है। पहले मैं उसको ट्यूब डालकर रफली तौर पे काम चलाया जाता है, जिसकी वजह से मेरे कस्टमर मुझसे संतुष्ट नहीं होते थे। उन मॉडल टूल्स की वजह से आज मैं बेहतर तरीके से रिपेयर करना सीखा। आज मैं उसको बेहतर तरीके से कर लेता हूँ और मेरी इनकम बढ़ी, इससे मेरा परिवार खुश है।
To bridge this skill gap, RSDC has joined hands with Bridgestone India. Both have decided to come together for a unique social cause. They have jointly developed a 2-day training program for tire fitters and started training them at their own places under the skill training program Tire Care Wala, where many tire fitters have been trained just like Sachin in Kanpur. RSDC is implementing a CSR project of Bridgestone India in major cities and highways of 6 states: Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Punjab, Maharashtra, Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. The tire fitters are provided with an in-depth knowledge about the safety aspects, technicality of products, best practices and soft skills during the 2-day training program. The training would help them to improve their skills as well as income in the long run.
मेरा नाम संतोष कुमार है। मेरी नौबस्ता बाईपास में 20 साल से दुकान है। मुझे टायर फिटिंग की ट्रेनिंग दी गई है, आधुनिक ट्रेनिंग दी गई है
उसके द्वारा काम करने में मुझे बहुत आसानी मिल रही है, समय की काफ़ी बचत होती है और पैसे भी अच्छे मिलते हैं।
One of the biggest contributors to the Indian economy is the rubber sector. The rubber industry in India can be classified into three segments: rubber plantation, rubber manufacturing, and tire services and maintenance segment. Rubber Skill Development Council (RSDC) is working under the guidance of Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, which aims to meet the demand for skilled labor in the rubber sector by skilling, reskilling and upskilling millions of people engaged in the sector.
हम मोबिलाइजेशन में ट्रेनीज को ये बताते हैं कि हाँ सर कि आप काम कर रहे हैं या एक्सपीरियंस आपको हमसे ज़्यादा है, लेकिन आप गवर्नमेंट द्वारा सर्टिफाइड नहीं हैं। हम उनको प्रोवाइड क्या क्या भी करते हैं, लाइक इंडक्शन किट देते हैं, टी शर्ट एंड कैप ब्रांडेड होता है। उसके बाद एक उनकी शॉप के लिए हम साइनेज भी देते हैं।
After associating with Bridgestone and innovative training imparted to tire fitters, the results have encouraged RSDC to invite other companies to collaborate with CSR initiatives and develop a path like Tire Care Wala to help individuals to get trained and certified in appropriate skills, leading to employment opportunities in collaborations with the industry, so that one day India can become the world capital for skills.
कौशल भारत, कुशल भारत।
So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the project which RSDC has been taking up as part of its corporate social responsibility. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to request our next esteemed guest of honor, Mr. V.T. Chandrasekharan, the president of IVIA, who's also the managing director of Emerald Resilient Tire Manufacturers Private Limited. And it's very interesting to know that he started his career as a manager production in Moscow Repellent Private Limited, which was involved in the manufacture of mosquito coils for Godrej Sarali in the Union Territory of Pondicherry. This was the first venture of Emerald Group. And he was responsible for making this unit as the largest converter for Godrej Sarali, leading it to win many awards and many accolades and recognition as the best manufacturing unit. And then in 2002, he took over as the director of Emerald Tires, the second venture of Emerald Group. And his journey of accomplishments and contribution to the group continues. So we now seek his views, his guidance to all of us. And I would like to request Mr. V.T. Chandrasekharan, sir, for his address.
A very good evening to all those who have joined for the annual award ceremony of the Rubber Skill Development Council. At the outset, I would like to thank Mr. Vinod Simon, Chairman of the Rubber Skill Development Council, for giving me this opportunity to be amongst you and celebrate your success. Last year, I was at the same event physically to interact with you. It was a grand gala evening. Post the award ceremony, I had the opportunity to stand next to Mrs. Sonia Gandhi and Priyanka Vadra, who had come for another event at the same hotel. It was quite a memorable day for me. From then to now, a lot of things have changed. We had no idea of what was in store for us. Around the same time last year, the general business environment in India was a bit slow and people in the auto industry were talking about recession setting in. We never knew that something like Corona would come and hit us. Now we are here in December and we have endured through all this. The disruption had caused widespread chaos. It has instilled a sense of fear amongst all of us. As factories closed down, many people lost their jobs and their livelihood. Many had to walk back to their homes. Every company in the country had closed down. Entrepreneurs had to pay salaries to all their employees in spite of not running their operations. I had taken over as the president of AIRA around September of 2019. Through this pandemic, I had the opportunity to interact with several government officials in the Ministry of Commerce and various other departments. They were sympathetic to our condition And during many of my interactions, they also realized that the rubber industry has a great potential to grow. In the last few months, the raw material prices have gone up skyrocketing, but at the same time, the demand for products have also gone up. Internationally also, countries have started looking for another manufacturing base other than China. India fits the bill well. So I see a lot of opportunity for the Indian rubber industry to grow. To cater to the growing demands of the industry, we need to do a few things. We have to increase our manufacturing capacity. We have to manufacture products to international quality, and we have to supply these products on time. To get there, we would need to concentrate on three important aspects. We would need to heavily invest on research and development. We would need to improve our manufacturing capacities by using low-cost automation and artificial intelligence. We would have to improve the efficiencies of our workforce. I can strongly say that the Rubber Skill Development Council is doing a fantastic job along with its partners, and I wish that the same continues in years to come. I expect the rubber industry to have a compounded growth rate of 5.2% until 2025. I am very confident that the industry will be able to provide a lot more job opportunities to seekers. I seek your support in making the rubber industry grow stronger. I would once again congratulate all the winners at today's event and hope that many more join this list in the coming years. I sincerely pray that we are able to interact physically at the next year's event and wish you all good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chandrasekharan. Thank you so very much for your very profound thoughts and also encouraging our awardees. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the most awaited moment of the day, and that is the presentation of the awards. And to announce these awards, we have two stalwarts of the industry joining us. So to announce the winners for the first set of awards, I would like to request Mr. Vijay Pava, a tire industry veteran and our esteemed jury member, to please do the honors. Mr. Vijay Pava, ladies and gentlemen, is NSDC's nominee director at RSDC for the past 5 years. Mr. Pava worked in the tire industry for 30 years before moving over to Castrol Reliance Petroleum and later to the University of Petroleum and Energy Studies. And as I said earlier, he's a veteran from the tire industry, having worked with SIAT, with Apollo, with MRF, Dunlop, in a career spanning over 30 years. And currently, he takes care of the Gurgaon operations of Dignity Foundation. This is an NGO for senior citizens. And apart from that, he's also working for other charitable organizations and doing a lot of charity work. Sir, would like to request you to please announce the winners of the first set of awards, and these are in the categories of Best Training Partner, Best Trainer, Best Trainee Manufacturing, and also the special category, that's the Best Government Skill Department. But before I hand over to Mr. Pava, I would like to request all our participants, all the webisons, even in the vicinity of your homes, in your houses, in your rooms, please put your hands together as the names of the winners are announced. I'm sure that's going to be inspiring and motivating them to keep continuing performing and doing the good job. So no holding back on your expression of appreciation. So with that, this is over to Mr. Pava.
Dear colleagues of the jury, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, all the awardees, and my very dear friends, a good evening. I have the honor to warmly congratulate the winners of receiving the Best Performance Awards by RSDC. It's my pleasure to chair the jury of RSDC Annual Award 2020. An award ceremony makes people feel that their work is valued. It shows not just approval, but deep gratitude for the good work each person does, and it assures them that good work will be rewarded. Every year, RSDC celebrates the annual award ceremony to recognize, confer awards to the winners, drawing participations from all over the country. With my wonderful relationship of almost 5 years with RSDC, I know that all awards are decided upon most professionally and fairly. Another reason why the award ceremony is special to me is the challenge it offers to the competitors. The sense of gratification that the winner gets motivated for them to do more, learn more, and achieve more with passion, perseverance, and innovation. At this point, I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to Mr. Vinod Simon, our chairman, for his leadership, professionalism, relationship management with all categories of stakeholders, from the central and state governments to NSDC, to advisory council members, to the colleagues. Much appreciated. Selecting the winner for award is a tough call, and I would like to share with you the criteria used for this particular award given: courage, solidarity, and competence. So without taking much time, I would like to announce the winners for tonight. The first category of awards is for the best training partner. And the first prize for the best training partner category goes to LabourNet Services India Private Limited. And to confer the award, I would like to invite Mr. Emil Gupta, my colleague at the Governing Council of RSDC and a director of Winco Auto Industries Limited. The second prize for the best training partner category goes to Focal Skill Development Private Limited, and the award will be conferred by Mr. Emil Gupta again. The second category of award is for the best trainer. The prize for best trainer category goes to Mr. Rajiv Lawson Basumatari. The second prize for the category best trainer goes to Mr. Samir Debnath. Award will be given by Dr. Prashant Kumar Goyal, IAS, Special Secretary, Government of Tripura. The next category of award is for the best trainee in manufacturing. The first prize, I'm glad to announce, goes to Mr. Rajesh TK. And the second prize goes to Mr. Sarthi Kumar KV, and the awards will be given by Ms. Sudha P, Director Training, Rubberboard. The third prize in this category goes to Mr. Sumit. The next category of awards is special category, Best Government Skill Department. The prize goes to National Backward Classes Finance and Development Corporation. May I request the prize to be given by Mr. J.S. Rangar, Vice President of All India Rubber Industries Association. I would like to thank RSDC for giving me this honor, all the colleagues in RSDC, and I wish the awardees all the very best for the years to come. Have a good evening.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much for bestowing the honor and motivating our awardees. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we move to the second set of awards. And now I would like to request another stalwart of the industry, who's our esteemed jury member, Mr. Rajiv Budraja, the Director General of ATMA, the Automotive Tire Manufacturers Association, which, as you all know, is the apex industry association representing the Indian tire industry, and it is headquartered in New Delhi. Mr. Budraja has an extensive, over 35 years of experience in service organizations, having worked in the PAG Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and then the Confederation of Export Units in the Indian Paper Manufacturers Association, prior to joining ATMA in 1997. He, ladies and gentlemen, is also a member of the Rubber Board of India for 2 successive terms, representing the tire sector on the board, and is one of the founding members on the Governing Council of the Rubber Skill Development Council. So, sir, I would now like to request you to please announce the winners in the categories of Best Assessment Agency, Best Assessor, Best Trainee NR, Special Category, Best Industry, and Best University and College. So over to Mr. Rajiv Kudraja.
A very warm good evening to all the audience out there. It is said that not all those who strive succeed. That's where the role of awards and public recognition comes in. Awards do not only acknowledge success, they recognize many other qualities like ability, struggle, effort, and above all, excellence. There are many good reasons to present awards for outstanding achievements, as award ceremony makes people feel that their work is valued. Recognition motivates others to strive for excellence, and we all benefit from it. Being rewarded for doing well is one of the biggest incentives anyone can receive. However, above all, it is very important that you be fair and consistent. It gives me immense pleasure to chair this jury of the award ceremony of RSDC that has been observed to commemorate the achievements of our training partners, trainers, trainees, and other stakeholders. This event truly showcases the commitment that all the members have shown towards the skilling ecosystem. The first prize under the Best Assessment Agency goes to Trendsetters Skill Assessors Private Limited, and the award will be given by Dr. Sudhanshu Pathak, Governing Council member of RSDC and Chief Manager HRD and OD, JK Tire and Industries Limited. The second prize for the Best Assessment Agency goes to Mercer Metal. The award will be given by Dr. Sudhanshu Pathak again. The next category of award is for the Best Assessor. The first prize for the Best Assessor category goes to Mr. Gurdev Singh. The award will be given by Dr. Sudhanshu Pathak. The second prize under the Best Assessor category goes to Mr. PC Simon. The award will be given by Ms. Sudha, Director Training, Rubber Board of India. The next category of award is for the Best Trainee Natural Rubber. The prize awards for the Best Trainee Natural Rubber category goes to Chandrapati Chakma of Training Partner RIGPA. The award will be given by Dr. Prashant Kumar Goyal, IAS Special Secretary, Government of Tripura. The second prize for the category Best Trainee Natural Rubber goes to Sebati, trained by Rubber Board of India, and the award is given by Mr. Sushant Kumar Naik, Development Officer, Rubber Board of India. The third prize for the Best Trainee Natural Rubber goes to Sulochana Singh of Rubber Board, and the award will be given by Mr. Sushant Kumar Naik again. The next category of award is for Special Category for Best Industry, and the award for the Best Industry goes to none other than Bridgestone India for their first tie-up of RSDC in the CSR project category. The last category of award is for the Best University and College, and the award for the Best University and College goes to Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Chennai, for successfully implementing dual certification program of lab chemist. The award will be given by Mr. V.T. Chandrasekharan, President, All India Rubber Industries Association, AIRIA, and Director, Emerald Resilient Tire Manufacturing Private Limited.
Thank you, Mr. Budraja. Thank you for announcing the winners, and many congratulations to all the winners, all the star performers of this year. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we come almost at the end of this special awards ceremony. And as we approach the end, I would now like to invite the COO of RSDC, Ms. Shivani Nagpal, to kindly propose a formal vote of thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening. It's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. Once a great man whispered, feeling thankfulness and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. Today, I take this opportunity to put all my gratitude into words. On behalf of Rubber Skill Development Council, I would like to thank our guest of honor, Mr. Anshuman Singhania, Vice Chairman ATMA, and Mr. VT Chandrasekhar, President AIRA, for taking their precious time out to share their views with all of us on this special day. We have been fortunate to be assisted by our chairman, Mr. Vinod Simon, and have been getting a constant support and encouragement from all the members of Governing Council of RSDC. I also take this opportunity to thank you, our jury member, Mr. Vijay Pava and Mr. Rajiv Budiraja, for enormous cooperation and guidance throughout the event preparations. I would also take this opportunity to place on record our sincere thanks to our training partners, assessment agencies, assessors, trainers, and other key stakeholders for all their efforts and hard work on the ground. Thank you to all the participants logging from different locations across the country for joining and celebrating this event with us. Finally, a big thanks to the entire team of RSDC. An event like this cannot happen without a dedicated and hardworking team members. Once again, on behalf of all of us at RSDC, thanks to everyone for making this event successful. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, ma'am. Thank you for your vote of thanks and acknowledging the presence and the work of everyone. And ladies and gentlemen, at the end, as we draw curtains to this special ceremony, we draw it in the very spirit of our love, respect, dedication, and commitment to our mother nation with the national anthem. I would like to request you all to please rise for the national anthem, and would also like to request you that as you rise, you request you to please adjust your cameras, and then when you sit back, to be adjusted back. Please rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे